Good morning, gorgeous. I'm gonna laugh. Welcome to Empowering Women in Menopause, and I am your host, Trudie German. Over here, we talk about all things menopause and perimenopause, the different symptoms, why you're not losing fat, how to lose fat, changes your bodies are going through. Just just to let you know you're seen, you're heard, you're understood, and there's hope. And of course, to remind you, you're not crazy, even though your blood works may say everything is normal, but you feel otherwise. On today's episode, I am going to be talking about alcohol. And I chose that topic because of the recording, we are now in November, and I live in Canada, but most of my clients, most of my listeners are in the US, and America's Thanksgiving is coming up. Then, of course, the rest of us have December with Christmas, lots of holiday parties, lots of celebration. And of course, there's going to be New Year's. And with all those celebration, alcohol comes into play. And I am like, well, I should probably drop this podcast episode so it will help you. Now, I am going to present to you the facts based on science. I will also throw some of my own opinions. I will let you know when it's my own opinion and then when it's backed by science. And I will have you decide what to do once you have the information, if you're going to consume alcohol or not. As I like to say, I'll let you govern yourself accordingly. So let's get into this episode. Okay, so let me just start off by saying we've all, I think by now, most of us have had alcohol, because just about every celebration or even at the end of the night, end of the week, we're gonna kick back and we're gonna have alcohol. I've had women, and I've done this myself in the past, where it's like, I can't sleep. Let me take a shot of something, shot of rum, some wine to take the edge off so I can sleep properly. And while you think that may be working, at this stage, it really doesn't work, right? Because it really interrupts your sleep. So here's the truth about alcohol. Alcohol is poison. Whether you want to admit it or not, alcohol is poison. All these studies showing a glass of red wine, a glass of white wine, this wine is good for the heart. It's poison. And I laugh when I say that because some people probably going to be ticked. But alcohol is one of those things that they've conditioned us that it's normal. Meanwhile, it's poison. It's kind of like, saying to someone, having a sip of gasoline every now and then is good for you. No, it's not. It's poison. I stopped drinking alcohol a few months ago. That was my personal choice. One of the reasons were because I no longer enjoyed it. I didn't like how I felt after. It just took me too long to recover, at least a week. And I'm like, I feel like crap. I don't like feeling like this. And it wasn't like I was going out and getting wasted. I would have maybe half a glass, and it would more be in social settings. If I was at my girlfriend's house, if we went out. But it was just like, I no longer like it. The first few times it happened, it was like, oh, okay, maybe I was tired, maybe I didn't eat enough. But then even when I had water, even when I drank water in between, even when I had something to eat, it was just like, no, I don't like this. It was like as I said, I needed about a week to recover. I don't think we understand how alcohol really affects our body. It affects our quality of sleep. So it basically drops our quality of sleep. When our quality of sleep drop, we start experiencing more brain fog. When we start experiencing more brain fog, then we feel moody, grumpy, and anxious more throughout the days. And during perimenopause, we're already battling these things. So consuming alcohol, even a glass or half a glass of wine, definitely exasperate these. It also causes inflammation. When there's inflammation in the body, fat loss becomes just about impossible. So if you're consuming alcohol at least once a week during perimenopause and you're trying to lose fat and you notice it's not happening, yeah, probably because there's inflammation in your body. It can also lead to swelling and puffiness. So some of the times when you're experiencing bloat, it could be because you're not sleeping enough. So when you're not sleeping enough, your body starts retaining water throughout the day. So when you consume alcohol, even though you may think, oh, it's going to make me sleep better, no, it doesn't. It affects your sleep. So you don't sleep properly at night. Now you're bloated the next day and you start saying, oh, I'm gaining fat. But is it fat or you're simply bloated and puffy? It also drains your energy level because once again, you're not sleeping properly. If you're not sleeping properly, you are not going to have energy. What usually also happens when you're consuming alcohol is you're also having highly processed foods, right? So with that, that's also another energy drainer. And it definitely affects your gut, which is what I'm definitely going to be diving into right about now. So when you consume alcohol, it doesn't matter what kind of alcohol, your body recognizes it as poison, and its main purpose is it's trying to get it out of your body. So if you've had foods, with protein, fats, carbs, your liver should be working to break those down. But what happens is when you have alcohol, your liver is working really hard to get rid of the alcohol. Now, while it's trying to work so hard to get rid of the alcohol, the carbs, the fat, everything just stays there because your liver cannot process it. The number one priority is to get alcohol out. So if it's trying to get alcohol out of your body because it's like, this doesn't belong here, this is toxic, we need it out, then the food you've eaten that it should be breaking down is staying there, and now you're going to store it as fat. So think about, if you're having one drink a week, not so bad. But if you're out, you're having 2-3 drinks a week, or even a day, because for a lot of you, depending on your job, socializing may be part of your job. So socializing comes with alcohol. So if you find that you've been trying to lose fat and you're consuming alcohol and that's not happening, this may be part of the reason. I want you to also keep in mind that alcohol has absolutely no nutritional value. It provides nothing for your body. So it's not helping you to lose fat, right? Instead, what it's even doing is to help you gain fat and mess up your hormone production, and of course, increase muscle loss. So this is another reason why you should definitely be thinking about consuming alcohol. So when you consume alcohol, 20% of your alcohol is absorbed in your stomach, 80% in your small intestine, right? Alcohol passes through every cell in your body, and it affects everything in your body when you have it. This is why when you have alcohol, you may feel like crap later. And remember, during perimenopause, your stress levels are higher. You can't handle stress as much. So when you consume it, it has to pass through all of your cells. So this is where you may start experiencing brain fog. This is why you may experience gut issues. For some of you, if you've had alcohol, depending on what kind and the amount, you may have tummy issues the next day. Your stomach may hurt. You may experience tightness in your stomach. You may experience diarrhea, or you may just feel like crap, even with even if it's alcohol that you are normally consuming, because now your body can't process things the way it should. When there's alcohol in your system, your food cannot be broken down and digested as properly. So that's going to be a problem. So even if you're trying to eat healthy, once you've had alcohol, it's not being broken down and absorbed properly in your body, right? So your gut, our gut has good bacteria and it has bad bacteria. It needs both. But what happens when you consume alcohol? It kills the bad. It kills so much of the good bacteria. So now there's an imbalance. So you have more bad bacteria in your stomach, which may lead to bloating. And I don't think a lot of us realize this, but there's also a connection between our gut and our brain. Um, I'm sure we've all used this. I know I have, and you possibly have, or I've at least heard that, oh, my gut told me, because there's a gut brain connection, right? So, and also 80% of our immune system is in the gut. So when we do not have enough good bacteria in our system because of alcohol, and of course, the more alcohol you consume, the more good bacteria you're killing, and the bad bacteria is increasing. This is definitely going to affect your gut. If your gut is affected, you are not going to be sleeping properly at night. And I know I have spoken about this so many times on different podcast episodes. And I have told my clients this. And if you follow me on social media, you know how I speak heavily about sleep. If your gut is interrupted, if your gut is unhealthy, then you're not going to sleep properly. If you're not sleeping properly, you're going to feel tired in the day. If you're tired consistently, you're not going to lose fat. If you are not sleeping properly, you are going to experience more brain fog, more anxiety, more moodiness. Like, do you see what's going on here? It's like there's such a ricochet effect. And this is what is happening. So when I have clients say to me, sometimes when I can't sleep, I take a nightcap and I sleep. My question then is, how do you feel the next day? And I promise you, I have yet to have a client say to me, I sleep great and I wake up feeling energized and refreshed, because that does not happen. Our bodies have a natural sleep wake cycle. And when we consume alcohol, even if it's not close to bedtime, although most of us are drinking in the evening close to bedtime and it's interrupting our sleep, this is what it is doing. And the more drinks we have, the longer it stays in our system, the more it messes up our body. These are based on science. As I said, I am giving you the facts. It is up to you to govern yourself accordingly. Hey, if you still want to have that drink, go ahead, but you know the consequences, right? Also, when you have alcohol, As little as a drink a week or a day, it causes inflammation. At this stage, our bodies are very sensitive due to the drop in estrogen. So inflammation goes up, hormone production goes down. Hormone production goes down, we feel like crap. This is why if you're having those nightcap or you're drinking at least 1 glass of alcohol per week, you may feel like crap. Hormone production is dropping. We need hormones. Our hormones help us to sleep. Our hormones help us to manage stress. Our hormones help with keeping us full. Our hormones help with gut health. Our hormones are very, very important. So, because that's how our body communicates. So, if we're having alcohol on our body and as a result, production of hormone is dropping, this is why we feel like crap, because our bodies can't communicate. I love to, the metaphor I like to use is I speak English. If I'm in a room with someone who speaks Spanish only and I speak English only, there's not an interpreter, we can't communicate. This is what's happening within your body when hormone production goes down. It's trying to communicate. Your body wants to sleep. The hormones, melatonin is the sleep hormone. It can't communicate. It can't get to your brain so you can sleep. So you toss and turn all night. You get up, you feel like crap. Right? So once inflammation is present in the body, you're also not going to lose fat. You're not going to sleep properly at night. Inflammation, this is also where you may be experiencing joint pain. Your knee hurts, your shoulders hurts, you're experiencing shoulder pain. You may also experience tingling in your fingers. You're constipated, you're not having bowel movement. Like, these are signs of inflammation in your body. And if you're experiencing these things, take inventory of how much alcohol you're having, right? Inflammation may also lead to type 2 diabetes. During perimenopause, we're at a higher risk of developing diabetes. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I hope you're seeing the correlation of what's going on here. When you drink alcohol, it also adds stress to your body. Once again, stress is not a bad thing. Raising your cortisol level, it's not a bad thing. The problem is when our cortisol level, which is our stress hormone, remains high. When that is high, you cannot sleep at night. When that is high, even if you fall asleep at night, you toss and turn at night. When cortisol level is high, you will not produce melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. So this is why, if you're trying to use alcohol as a sleep aid to help you sleep at night, and then in the morning you get up, you feel grumpy, that is because you did not have a good night's sleep. You did not hit your natural sleep-wake cycles. You did not, your body was not able to produce melatonin to get you into those deep, deep sleep. Remember, sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is important. This is when your body detoxes. This is when your body repairs itself, right? So if that's not happening, you're not going to lose fat. If you're not getting good quality sleep, you're going to be experiencing brain fog, moodiness, anxiety. You're going to feel like crap. Your energy level is going to be shit, right? So be careful with that. Alcohol consumption also affects serotonin. So serotonin is one of those feel-good hormones that where 90% of it is produced in your gut. And remember, I previously said that alcohol messes with your gut, right? So if there's alcohol in your system, of course, the more alcohol in your system, the more alcohol you're having, the more it's going to affect the hormone that helps you to feel good. You're going to feel like crap. I feel like such a bearer of bad news with this, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is I know you're going through perimenopause and I know you're struggling. You're in my DMs when a few of my posts have gone viral, and the comments under there, the amount of women who are struggling with sleep and the conversations I'm having in my DMs about, trying alcohol, and even some of my clients who's joined me in Revive in 6 are telling me that they've been having alcohol hoping it would help them sleep at nights. And I'm thinking, I really need to do a podcast. As I said, I am educating you. It is up to you to do what you wish with the information, right? So to recap, alcohol is poison. Any alcohol, as long as it has alcohol, it is poison. It is not good for you. It is going to it's going to disrupt your gut. It may cause acid reflux. It may cause bloating. It may cause indigestion. It's going to affect your it's going to decrease the good bacteria that your gut needs. Your gut needs bacteria, good and bad bacteria. When there's more bad bacteria, this is where you start experiencing extremely foul bowel movement. This is where you're bloated, you're gassy. You may experience constipation. You can't sleep properly at night, right? It's going to send your cortisol level high. And when all of these things are happening, your body goes into fat storage mode as opposed to fat loss. So if you're drinking on a regular and you're like, why do I feel like crap? Why can I not lose the fat? This is why. Now, here's the thing. If you are going to drink, I am going to tell you some things to do to make it a bit easier on your gut. These still won't prevent a lot of the things, but it's going to definitely make it a bit easier. First thing you definitely want to do before you start drinking, you want to have something to eat, not a snack. Do not go all day. I have done this before. It's like, I'm going to be at a Christmas party later. There's going to be open bar. I'm going to be at a wedding. It's going to be open bar. I want to make sure I don't eat anything in the day. So I don't, so I'm too full for the alcohol. No, eat. Please have a meal. This way, when you've had an actual meal, your body, when you have the alcohol, it's not going straight to your gut. There's something there to absorb it, right? I'm not saying that it still won't affect your gut lining. I'm just saying it'll kind of soften the blow. You want to make sure that you are sipping water between drinks. You do not want to be dehydrated. You're already experiencing sleep issues during perimenopause. If you go ahead and you add alcohol, you're going to be dehydrated. You're going to feel worse. All right. So those are some of the things that I would suggest that you definitely do if you do decide to have a drink this holiday season or whenever. Once again, I'm not telling you never to have a drink. I'm not telling you not to have a drink. But I want you to weigh the pros and the cons based on how you feel. I stopped drinking because it just wasn't worth it for me anymore. Feeling knocked out. I have a corporate job. I have my clients. So it was just like not being able to function, just dragging my foot for a week. I was like, no. And it was going on for a few days, for a few times. And alcohol's poison. It's just that we've lived in a society where they've normalized the bad and make it seem that the good, something's wrong with the good. As I said, whenever I tell people I don't drink, it's like they look at me as if I have 5 foreheads. It's as if I just confessed a murder to them. We think it's cool if we drink. And I was one of those people, even though I wasn't big on alcohol. But drinking alcohol is still alcohol. So enough for me on that. Whatever you choose to do, please be safe, be careful. If you have any questions, definitely slide in my DM, Trudie, Train with Trudie, Trudie, on the gram. Definitely share this podcast episode with with another woman who likes a nightcap, or she has a drink or two a few times a week and she complains about not losing fat, or the fact that she can't sleep at night. All right, until next time, gorgeous. Bye.